But the other masters, can you imagine all this school of people that none of them can step up and be the new Ancient One, that he can just walk in off the street, learn everything, steal the books he wants, become the best, and then be in charge? Amazing.
Well, I was going to get to this, but I'm going to start with the really controversial point. But it's about the whitewashing in this movie, the criticism that's been given to it with the casting of Tilda Swinton. And I have nothing against Tilda Swinton. I think she's a fantastic actress. But there was a point in this movie at the beginning, I just thought it looked so silly having a Celtic actor play a monk from the Orient and delivering all these wise mentor lines. And I get it's the diversity thing. They're putting a woman in a strong role that's written for an old Asian man. And I think it would have been so much stronger just simply casting an older Asian lady to play the part. But unfortunately, Hollywood just doesn't go for that sort of thing. And this should have been one of the great Asian roles in comic book movies. But unfortunately, the director Scott Derrickson and producers just don't want to go down that road. Scott Derrickson actually said, Asians have been whitewashed and stereotyped in American cinema for over a century, and people should be mad or nothing will change. What I did was the lesser of two evils, but it is still an evil. And I'm glad he acknowledges that. But to that point that you were making, all the ethnic characters had to take a backseat in this movie. Here comes a wealthy, intelligent, and arrogant man from New York, arrives to this ancient school of the Orient that focuses on the dark arts of sorcery or whatever, and this doctor who is arrogant and smug, in a quick amount of time masters all their arts and surpasses them to become their leader. And I wish they made some of the other characters stronger. They could have had that implicit in the action sequences. Instead, the Asian characters really don't put up much of a fight. And in particular, in that fight in New York, the beginner Doctor Strange takes out the bad guys with just himself and a cape, while Wong and Mordo, played by Chiwetel Ejiofor, are pretty much just running the whole time. You know, I think there's a bit of ugliness to these Marvel films in terms of how much they place ethnic characters in the background. Both Iron Man and Captain America have African-American friends like War Machine and Falcon, and I really like them both, but they're like sidekicks, and I hope Black Panther is a success because they really need to turn it around in my eyes. I think this was an awful choice having Tilda Swinton play the ancient mystic when the role was perfect for an older Asian lady, but Hollywood just seems a bit ageist to it. Like the best roles they've given over to older actors is Robert Redford in Captain America, and of course Captain America Winter Soldier, and of course Rosemary Harris as May Parker and Cliff Robertson as Ben Parker in the first two Spider-Mans. But I can't think of any Asian roles in any comic book movies at all. And this movie brought it all out of me. I was like, yeah, this is being a bit whitewashed. And normally I don't really care for whitewashed films.